In 1994, the Cleveland Browns returned to the playoffs for the first time in 5 years. A visit to Pittsburgh, their second in 4 games, ended their season.
We control the tempo in our home, baby. Let's go.
On 2nd and 9, and straight back he goes. He's going to throw it down the right sideline. The pass is caught. No, it's dropped by Derek Alexander. He was wide open. 3rd down and 9. He's straight back. And he steps forward. And he throws the ball to the near sideline on the comeback. It's dropped by Derek Alexander 2 times in a row.
Holy smokes! This Derek Alexander, the rookie, he seems to have a bad case of playoff butterfly.
Couple drop balls, we're fine, all right? Don't panic. Hey, we've been here before. Just stick to your knitting out there. Keep playing hard. We're doing some good things in the run game. Keep the protection zone. We're going to start catching, and we're going to convert, all right? Just keep your poise out there.
Now they fake the end around again, and they're going to throw it down the field. There's a man running, but he's not open. And the pass is intercepted by the Steelers at the 2-yard line. Darren Perry with an unbelievable over-the-shoulder interception.
The Browns were soundly beaten in all phases of the game and decisively demonstrated the 3rd time was definitely not the charm.
It's been all Pittsburgh here today.
It's been all ugly here today.
Very.
The tough-to-take defeat didn't detract from what had been the finest season of the Bill Belichick era, a year of major improvements in many areas of the team. It was a year in which a young offensive line allowed a league-low 14 sacks. It was a year when a pair of #1 draft picks became budding stars. It was a year a hard-hitting defense gave up the fewest points in the NFL. 9 opponents scored only a single touchdown, as the defense permitted just 22 all season. It was a year Cleveland's special teams were ranked the best in pro football. They blocked beautifully, covered well, and scored 4 touchdowns. It was a year the team rediscovered the running game.
Touchdown, Brown! Leroy Horde would not be tonight.
It was a year the Browns won 12 games and returned to the NFL postseason playoffs. Cincinnati was the site of the opener, where Leroy Horde scored the first touchdown of the new season for Cleveland. Then Bill Belichick became the first coach to call,
From the hold of Tom Tupa, they go for 2.
and Tom Tupa the first player to score a 2-point conversion.
Oh my, what a play! Say to the weak spot.
Cleveland special teams continued to pile up points, with 2 touchdown returns in a span of 3.5 minutes. It included the longest punt return in Browns history.
Caldwell, 15, 20, sidesteps a man, sideline, 30, 40, 50. He's gone!
All the way for a touchdown, Eric Metcalf, 92-yard punt return.
We got to get the Bengals to kick as often as possible today here, Doug. Baldwin takes it at his 16, comes to the right, 30, 35, now back up midfield, breaks clear, 50, 45, 40. He's across the 30, one man to beat, stutter step, 10, 5, touchdown, Cleveland Browns, 84 yards, Randy Baldwin. Oh my, there was some jitterbugging there.
Cleveland's first win of the new season was special indeed. Unfortunately, the home opener was a penalty-plagued affair, with Pittsburgh capped by a picture-perfect pass from Vinny Testaverde that could have won the game. A questionable holding call wiped out the play, and the Steelers won. 7 days later, the stadium on the shores of Lake Erie was the site for Throwback Sunday, a sun-splashed old-timers game with the Phoenix Cardinals.
Hey, what better place to play an old-time game than Cleveland Stadium? There's a lot of tradition on this field, like the days when Jim Brown was playing.
Ready for a good one.
dog pound is ready. The defense is ready. Offense is going to kick a little, you know what. Let's get this show on the road.
From opening kickoff to final gun, defense ruled the day, as Cleveland picked off 3 passes, then broke the game open with a pair of the longest plays in club history.
Vinny straight back in the pocket, 3-step drop, throws it complete to Alexander. 25, 30, 40, 45, 50, he's going. Touchdown, Cleveland Browns, an 81-yard touchdown pass to the rookie, Derek Alexander, who gets his first taste of the dog pound.
Derek Alexander's 81-yard sideline streak was a prelude to Eric Turner's 93-yard touchdown interception.
Raiders straight back under pressure, throws a little looper, and Eric Turner intercepts 15, 20. Cuts back 25, 30, 40, 50.
Gone.
40, 45, 30, 35, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Cleveland Browns. A 90-yard interception return for Eric Turner. And yes, they're going to get their shutout.
The 32-0 victory was the first shutout ever of a Buddy Ryan team.
Game over. Game over.
And put the Browns record at 2-1.
We appreciate it, and we're going to take this win and enjoy it and come back wins to get ready for Indianapolis. We haven't had much success against Indy in the last few years, and hey, it's time to roll now.
Birdie straight back, dumps it off, complete to Metcalf, breaks the tackle, in the clear, 35, 30, they won't catch him. Touchdown, Cleveland Browns. And is that a way to take the crowd out early? A 57-yard.
Leroy Hord's 65-yard touchdown was the decisive score.
Complete to Horde. He's gone. 30, 20, touchdown, Cleveland Browns, 65 yards as lightning strikes in the RCA Dome.
Well, this has been a big play offense.
And a satisfying win for the visitors, who had the habit of struggling in the Hoosier Dome. With 3 victories in 4 games, the Browns had first place in the AFC Central all to themselves.
Let's go, man. Browns got to win today. Got to. Got to have tough D.
The Browns had precisely that against the Jets, faced by Eric Turner's 4th interception in 5 games.
Udo, full drop, steps up in the pocket, throwing deep, middle, intercepted. It's Eric Turner, 40, 45, cuts to the sideline, 50 down the right sideline and out of bounds at the New York 40.
3 turnovers on defense plus 3 rushing touchdowns on offense combined to throttle the Jets.
Testaverde, a delay to Metcalf. He's got it. Turns the corner. 30, 20, 10, 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. A 37-yard streak by Eric Metcalf. And Eric goes up to the dog pound, and he is mine.
The play of the day came from Leroy Horde, who broke 4 tackles on his way to the end zone and a 24-0 lead.
10, 5, still on his feet. Touchdown. What a call. Leroy Horde busted straight up the gut. 18 yards. Touchdown, Browns. Wow.
On a day dominated by defense and the ground game, the tightest spiral was thrown to the deserving denizens of the dog pound. The next game against Houston in the Astrodome, the offense could manage merely a single touchdown. But it held up thanks again to a smothering defensive unit. Under constant pressure, the Oilers were sacked 3 times and gave up a pair of turnovers. Houston didn't score until 28 seconds remained in a game that brought the Browns to 5-1, their best start in 30 years.
There's a big buck kicking contest today, and Cincinnati's supplying the butt.
While the defense ransacked the Bengals line for 4 sacks, the offense chipped in with a pair of touchdowns on the way to a 5th consecutive win.
Number 1, we got them on the run a little bit, all right? We're starting to play a little bit more man coverage.
So let's get after their ass, stay after them, just stay after them, and let's keep making plays, all right? We're going to go out and score a touchdown this next drive.
Let's go now! Let's go now, Randy!
The Horde blockers out in front. 10 to the 5, still on his feet. Touchdown, Cleveland Brown. Powerful running by Leroy Horde.
Drawing that energy now. Let's go. Drawing the energy. Let's go. Baby. Energize. Get it from me. Get it pumped, baby. Get it pumped. Let's go.
Cleveland's energy was electricity, provided as usual by the special teams.
Here goes the snap. It's high. Pulls it down. And it's blocked. Rolls in the end zone. Travis Hill recovers. Touchdown, Cleveland Brown. The special teams come up big.
A 13-all tie was broken open big time, courtesy of 2 7-point gems from the punt return team.
Metcalf lets it hit at the 50, gets by him to the 40, 35, all the way back to the 30. Now he eludes a man. 35 down the sideline. 50, one man to beat. 40, 35, forget it.
Amazing. How would you like to be beaten today? Eric Metcalf and the Cleveland Browns special teams not only asked that question, but they have an answer for it.
6-1, baby. Going 7-1 next week, baby. That's all I got to say, baby.
We came in this year thinking we had a good team, thought we could make a big improvement over where we'd been, and right now there's signs of us doing that.
The season's second half began with a wind-whipped game against New England, in which the Browns elected to keep the ball on the ground. Leroy Horde powered for a career-high 123 yards and scored the game's only touchdown on a short pass from Mark Rippon.
Has Horde open. Then Leroy puts it away. Touchdown, Brown.
It wasn't a sure-handed catch, but it'll count.
The win brought Cleveland's record to an AFC best 7-2, with the equally high-flying Eagles next on the schedule.
When I got here this morning, I expected to win this game. You know, anything less would have been a huge disappointment.
But even though that we can't take our fans with us next week, I think that the inspiration that we know that we have, the support that we have here, is going to carry over.
We're in a position right now at 7-2 to take on the Eagles, who are also 7-2, and one of the better teams probably at the NFC at this point.
This is a big game coming up, and that's the way our whole organization is looking at it. We haven't fared too well against the NFC, so that's another reason it's a big game.
It's a big game, certainly. Puts us at 8-2, put us in a great position in our division and in the AFC.
In Philadelphia, a team on a mission to earn respect pounded Bud Carson's normally stingy defense for 140 yards on the ground. The third play of the day set the tone on defense as Cleveland's dogs muzzled a confused Randall Cunningham, whose glittering 20-game home winning streak soon lay in tatters on the Veterans Stadium AstroTurf. This total domination over the team with the best record in the NFC sent a clear message to skeptics. Cleveland was an AFC team that played like an NFC team. And its 8-2 record, now the best in the entire NFL, was no mirage.
I'm certainly excited about the great start that we've had. It's a new experience for me, and I'm looking forward to some bigger and better things throughout this year.
The better things did not occur in Kansas City, where in a rain-soaked matchup with the Chiefs, the Browns played hard but took themselves out of the game with 142 yards in penalties. In spite of this, they led going into the fourth quarter.
Rippon straight back in the pocket. They blitz. Picked up. Throws. Complete to Jackson. 5. Hit. Spins. Touchdown. Touchdown. What an effort by Michael Jackson.
Hey, look at this. Hey, they're getting tired. They're getting tired. They don't want none of us no more. If we keep working and working, put it on there. Our games is there right here. Win this thing.
Now we control the game. Now we control the game.
But the spate of penalties and missed opportunities took its toll. In the final minute, the Browns were driving for what could have been the winning touchdown.
Rippon to throw. He's hit. Derek Thomas hit him. He fumbles the ball. The ball's loose. Kansas City's got the football. Derek Thomas with the hit on Mark Ruffin.
The disheartening defeat dropped Cleveland into a first-place tie with Pittsburgh in the AFC Central Division. The next Sunday, Vinny Testaverde started for the first time since mid-October and prospered behind perfect protection from a line that thoroughly whipped the Oilers up front.
Play action, looking for Hartley, open end zone, touchdown Brown. A 1-yard touchdown pass from Vinny Testaverde to Frank Hartley.
Frank Hartley and Brian Kinchin caught touchdowns in a 2 tight end attack that rolled up 343 yards. The 34-10 rout improved the Browns' record to 9-3, still tied for first with the Steelers, but not for long. The next week, due to 5 turnovers, Cleveland suffered an unexpected and costly 3-point loss to the Giants, and for the first time dropped behind Pittsburgh in the standings. One trademark of this team was its resiliency, its ability to bounce back after a loss. But their next opponent was Dallas, on the road, not a pretty prospect for keeping their streak intact. Ominously, the Browns' bus was involved in a serious collision on the way to Texas Stadium. The man squarely on the spot was Vinny Testaverde, who was about to play the most important game of his professional career. On the Browns' first series, Vinny appeared equal to the challenge.
Testaverde straight back in the pocket, dumps it off to Hort, has Dawson in front, cuts off his clock, 5, loses the ball as he goes into the end zone. There is a scramble. Cowboys say they have it, and they do.
Ford's fumble on the brink of a score was exactly what this team did not need, and it easily could have deflated Cleveland's confidence. But these Browns refused to be intimidated by the caliber of their opponent.
Testaverde looks, timing pattern for Jackson, corner, he's got it, touchdown Browns, Vinny Testaverde.
Well, Vinny couldn't throw it any better.
Browns backers were treated to similar determination on defense. Troy Aikman was hounded all afternoon as Cleveland forced 2 sacks and 4 turnovers.
Aikman in pressure, throwing corner for Harper, end zone, and intercepted by Eric Turner, number 8. And 10 from the 30. Aikman throws, intercepted by Donnie Griffith.
Cowboy turnovers led directly to 3 of Matt Stover's 4 field goals, the last of which gave Cleveland a 5-point lead with over a minute left to play.
Tommy spots it, the kick is on its way, and the kick is good. And the Browns go up by 5, 19-14, with a minute 49 left in the contest.
But soon, Dallas was poised for the go-ahead score. It all came down to one final dramatic play.
Here we go. Harper goes wide to the left. Irvin wide to the right. Novacek in motion to the right. Aikman straight back in the pocket. Looks, end zone to Novacek, but he's not in. He's down at the 1-yard line. 3, 2, 1. The Browns have beaten the Cowboys. The Browns have beaten the Cowboys. 19-14 the final. Novacek didn't get into the end zone, and the Browns come down to Big T and come up with a W to move to 10-4, and with a little help tomorrow have clinched a playoff spot.
But it doesn't get much closer than that. At the 1-yard line.
Here we said the Browns had to have a hero, and it was Eric Turner. Who else that didn't let him into the end zone? And the Browns have beaten the Cowboys 19-14.
After their eye-opening victory over the 2-time Super Bowl champions and the second of 3 defeats to the Steelers, Cleveland finished the regular season at home against Seattle.
He rolls right, steps up, throws for Carrier, end zone, wide open, touchdown Browns, 35 yards. Testaverde to Carrier. Vinny turns, Bootleg, rolls right. He can take it in if he wants to, and does. Touchdown, Browns. Vinny Testaverde rolled it in. And now he's walking over to the stands, and he'll give an early Christmas present to the St. Ignatius Wildcat football team in the stands. And what a souvenir they got.
A lopsided 35-9 win gave Cleveland 11 victories, the second most in franchise history, and promised to provide much welcomed impetus going into the NFL playoffs. On New Year's Day, Cleveland made its first postseason appearance since 1989. For most of the youngsters on the team, it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
We will shine today, and we'll be in for the second round of the playoffs. Check us out. Go, Browns!
This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, these two guys.
Against New England, Testaverde's playoff debut was vindication for Vinny, who performed with exceptional composure. At one point, he completed 11 straight.
Let's go! Come on,
And all afternoon played error-free football.
Vinny looking, end zone, now rushed right, has a man open in the end zone, throws, touchdown Browns, Mark Carrier, 5 yards from Testaverde, and the Browns have regained the lead.
Well, he made it happen with his feet. They couldn't cover as long as Vinny was scrambling back there. Mark Carrier coming across the field to find an open spot, and Vinny located him for the touchdown. First one that the Patriots have given up in 7 quarters.
There, block the corner! Block the corner!
The first half ended in a 10-10 tie. The second half belonged to the Browns.
Handoff is to Leroy Horde. He cuts it 5. Touchdown Browns! Leroy Horde into the end zone. And the Browns go on top 16-10 with 2:21 remaining third quarter.
Good blocking on the right side of the Browns offensive line. Leroy able to bounce it off, and he found the lane and poured it in. Nice job, Vinny. Good job, man.
Offensively, the Browns had the ball nearly 22 minutes of the second half. Defensively, the Dogs cooled the league's hottest passer with cleverly disguised coverages.
Bledsoe back in the pocket, throws, ball is tipped, ball is intercepted by Turner. Eric Turner comes up big again.
A rattled Drew Bledsoe suffered 3 picks and a sack as the Pats' 7-game win streak came crashing down. After intercepting Bledsoe 7 times in 2 games, the Dog defense deservedly took its bows.
The party has started as the teams start out towards the middle of the field, and the Browns have won it 20-13.
Over 78,000 fans had witnessed a classic matchup between a respected teacher and several of his prize students. On this first day of the new year, the pupils had prevailed.
I'll be rooting for you. Nice going. Glad for you guys. Thanks.
Unfortunately for the triumphant Browns, their road to the Super Bowl had to travel through Pittsburgh. But the 1994 season was one of dramatic progress and immense achievement. It was the season the Cleveland Browns returned to the playoffs.